Hundreds of thousands take to streets worldwide for Uproot the System climate strikes.
Here's a summary of the article.
Young people by the hundreds of thousands took to the streets across the globe on Friday to deliver a resounding message to world leaders: the climate crisis is getting worse, and only radical action will be enough to avert catastrophe and secure a just, sustainable future for all. From Pakistan to Italy to Germany to the Philippines, the worldwide Uproot the System actions marked the largest climate demonstrations since the coronavirus pandemic forced campaigners to take their protests online last year. Organizers said that more than 1,400 climate strikes are set to take place in at least 70 countries Friday, with hundreds of thousands expected to attend demonstrations in Germany alone. The latest youth-led global action kicked off just weeks ahead of the pivotal COP26 climate summit in Glasgow, which many civil society organizations want to be postponed over fears that inequities in coronavirus vaccine access could prevent delegates from developing nations, those most vulnerable to the climate crisis, from attending. The colonizers of the North have a climate debt to pay for their disproportionate amount of historic emissions, and that starts with the increase of climate finance to implement anti-racist climate reparations, the cancellation of debts especially for damage caused by extreme weather events, and providing adaptation funds that serve the communities. Recognize the tangibility of the climate crisis as a risk to human safety and secure the rights of climate refugees in international law. Valentina Ruiz, a Brazilian activist, told The Guardian that the global north should be developing climate policies that have at their core climate justice and accountability to the most affected people and areas.
This post received a score of 12,000, with an upvote ratio of 93%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Okay, cool, but how do people even hear about shit like this before it happens so they can participate? Seriously. Sounds like something I would have participated in if only I had any fucking inkling of it.
Having an app that displayed events, ideas and contacts based on passions you search for, would be pretty useful. A social action organizing media app. Gamify the process while it's displaying it so people choose to engage with it. If you wanna clean up trash in your city, but don't know what to do, screaming into the void, your rat avatar plays to get the appropriate city department hash, while tallying and connecting you with others who may have had a similar complaint and could already be organizing action.
So, like Facebook, only not horse trash.
The only people who can do anything at any real scale to fight climate change benefit financially from it. When that is no longer true, only then will any real progress be made. The older I get, the more I believe only climate catastrophes so large that they impact the massively wealthy consistently will cause this change. And by then, it'll be too late. If it already isn't.
So let's change the rules. Carbon pollution shouldn't be free and unlimited. Scientists and economists say that an important piece of the climate change puzzle is carbon pricing, which would put an annually rising fee or decreasing cap to phase out fossil fuels at the rate needed to meet our climate goals. Other policies are needed too. You can see how they all interact with MIT's Climate Policy Simulator. These policies don't pass themselves though. Whatever your preferences are, write or call your congressman. They can't read our minds.
I have a hard time believing that any of the letters to representatives that I've written, that have literally all received some generic automated message in response, have ever done anything.
The letterbox is tubed straight into the paper shredder.
Greater than anti-racist climate reparations what?
Not entirely sure, but I think it means that Western countries went through industrialization, producing greenhouse gases a lot earlier than some other countries, and that this group thinks those countries should pay for the damage this has caused to poorer nations.
Shouldn't it be, plant a new system, because all the uprooting is what got us here in the first place?
The only way companies are going to care is if no one is buying their crap or the people that build the crap aren't showing up anymore. Strike and boycott, but it doesn't seem likely. We aren't paid enough to live more than paycheck to paycheck.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.